Hello friends, welcome back to Online Math Up. So we're going to be solving this equation right here. So this is x power 6 is equal to 64. So what are the values of x that is actually going to satisfy this? And because we have x to the power of 6, we are going to be getting 6 values of x that will satisfy this equation. So you want to follow through even as you see how to solve this. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is actually to subtract 64 from both sides. So if I do that, I'm going to be having x power 6 minus 64 is equal to 0. Okay, so I can actually go ahead to rewrite this x power 6 as x power 3, okay, and then of course power 2, which I haven't changed anything because 2 times 3 will still give me 6, minus, then I can write this 64 as 8 power 2. Okay, so the idea is I actually want to use the rule of difference of two squares to evaluate. Okay, so you can see I've got one square here and I've got another one, and I can remember that if you have a power 2 minus b power 2, you can actually expand this to be a minus b, and then of course multiply by a plus b. So this is the rule I'm going to be using to expand this. So if I apply that, of course in this case you can see that a is equal to x power 3 and b is equal to 8. Okay, so if I do that, this is actually going to change to x power 3 minus 8, okay, and then multiply by x power 3 plus 8, okay, is equal to 0. Then using the zero product rule, this is actually going to be implying that x power 3 minus 8 is equal to 0, or x power 3 plus 8 is equal to 0. So I'm actually going to be solving these two equations to find out all of the values of x that will satisfy this equation. So if I call this the case 1, so let's go for this. X power 3, I can actually write this 8 as 2 power 3 is equal to 0. Okay, and then of course you can see that this is the difference of two cubes, and of course you can remember that if you have a power 3 minus b power 3, you can actually expand this to be a minus b, and then multiply by a squared plus ab, and then plus b squared. Okay, so when you multiply this, it's actually going to give you the difference of two cubes. Okay, so applying that here, a is same as x, and then b is 2 here. So I'm going to be having that this will change to x minus 2, okay, multiply by x power 2, and then plus 2x, and then plus 2 power 2, which will be equal to 4. Okay, and of course it's still equal to 0. So that at this point you can see that when we apply the zero product rule, what we have is that s is equal to 2, that is when we take this case, or x squared here plus 2x plus 4 will be equal to 0. Okay, and of course I just equated these brackets to 0 so that I will now add 2 to both sides, and that is how I got this first value of x, which shows that x is equal to 2. So what I'm going to do next is to solve this quadratic equation here, and to just make it easier, I'm going to be using the general formula methods to solve. So where x will be equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, okay, and then of course divided by 2a. And in this case, a, which is the coefficient of x squared, is equal to 1, b, which is the coefficient of x, is equal to 2, and then c, which is this constant here, is equal to 4. So what I'm going to do is just to go ahead to replace all of these values in this equation right here, so that I can obtain the value of x. So if I do that, x will be equal to b here is 2, so I'm going to have minus 2 plus or minus the square root of minus 2 raised to the power 2, and then minus 4 times 1, and then times 4 here, which is the c. Okay, and all of this will be divided by 2 times a, which is 1. Okay, so moving on, this will be equal to minus 2 plus or minus the square root of minus 2 squared is equal to 4, minus 4 times 1 times 4 here is 16. Okay, and then divided by 2 times 1 is 2. What I will have is minus 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 16 here is minus 12. Okay, divided by 2. So what I'm just going to do next is just to go ahead to simplify this root minus 2, and of course you know that I can actually rewrite it as root negative 1 multiplied by 12. Okay, that is what I have, and I can also go ahead to split it. I have minus 2 plus or minus root negative 1 and then multiply by root 12, and I can write this root 12 as 4 times 3. Okay, all of these will be divided by 2, and then if I proceed, this will be equal to negative 2 plus or minus root negative 1 is equal to I, is equal to the complex value I, and then multiply by root 4 here is 2, and then 2 times root 3, all divided by 2. So that if I write this, what I'm going to be having is that x is equal to, okay, minus 2 plus or minus, I'm going to write this first, 2 root 3 I, okay, and then divided by 2. And since 2 is common for all of it, I'm actually going to factorize 2 out. So I have 2 into minus 1 plus or minus root 3 I, okay, and all divided by 2, so that these two can actually cancel this, and eventually the next two values of x will now be equal to minus 1 plus or minus root 3 I. Okay, so this is going to be the next two values of x. Okay, so what we have to do next is just to go ahead to obtain the remaining three values of x. We are just going to consider this case right here, and then of course we obtain the remaining values of x. So what we have there is x power 3 and then plus 8 is equal to 0. Okay, so how do we simplify this? You just need to remember that when you have a power 3 plus b power 3, you can actually expand this to be a plus b, okay, multiply by a squared minus ab and then plus b squared. Okay, what we have here is 8. So in order for us to write this to be in the form of cube, this we can also write as x power 3 and then plus 2 power 3. Okay, so that in this case you can see that our b is equal to 2. So we have x plus 2, okay, and then multiply by x squared minus 2x and then plus 2 power 2 here will be equal to 4. Okay, and this will be equal to 0. So if I also apply the zero product rule, you see that x plus 2 is equal to 0, which will imply from here that x is equal to negative 2. Okay, this will be the next value of x. And then if I consider this one, x squared minus 2x plus 4 is equal to 0. So to solve this quadratic equation 2, we utilize the general formula method. Okay, so x will be equal to minus b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. And in this case, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 2, and then c is equal to 4. So if we go to replace all of those values, s will be equal to minus, minus 2 plus or minus square root of minus 2 minus 4 times 1 times c here, and c is equal to 4. All of these is divided by 2 times 1. So that if we move on from here, so this is equal to minus times minus here is plus, and then plus or minus root minus 2 squared is 4, minus 4 times 4 times 1 will be 16, all divided by 2. So eventually this is actually going to be equal to 2 plus or minus root minus 12, divided by 2. And of course, if you can remember what we solved, root negative 12 is equal to 2 root 3i. So I'm actually going to replace 2 root 3i for root minus 12. So that if I do that, x is actually going to be equal to 2 plus or minus 2 root 3i, all divided by 2. And then moving on, x is now equal to, I can factorize this 2 out here. So this is 2 into 1 plus or minus root 3i, all divided by 2. So these 2 can also cancel this. And then what I will have left is that x is equal to 1 plus or minus root 3i. So this is the remaining 2 values of x. So that if we bring everything together in this box, we actually see that first x is equal to 2, and then x is also equal to negative 2, and x is equal to minus 1 plus root 3i. X is also equal to minus 1 minus root 3i. X is equal to 1 plus root 3i. And finally, x is equal to 1 minus root 3i. So these are the 6 values of x. And of course, you can see that these 2 are real numbers, and then these 4 here are all complex numbers, complex values. So let me have your thoughts in the comment section. If you have any questions, do drop in the comment box and we'll surely get back to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.